Hello again from the tier maker. We're back today, and I think this is going to be the more interesting tier list this format since we just got a ban list. Everything is kind of open. We've seen a lot of decks coming back up because of Kostra, like kind of leaving the format a little bit. And we're going to talk about what's the best way to break a board this format. I think board breakers are going to be especially impactful during the next few months. We have decks like Labyrinth, Sprite, Runic, Kostra coming back. Maybe some Rika Dragons branded. This is going to be super interesting, I think. I think this is going to be a board breaker format, and we might see some, returning players into the format. I think we're going to start off with the Kaijus. I think when you're talking about like maybe Runic Live Twin Sprite or Runic Sprite, Kostra, and Labyrinth, I think these all kind of become decent. Maybe Kaijus specifically, not Gamma but just like a 1-for-1 Kaiju is good. I don't think these ones are going to be extremely good this format. I think a 1-to-1 exchange with an Arise Heart, for example, a Lady Labyrinth, for example, maybe, an end board piece of Runic to some degree could be a good 1-for-1 interaction, just like a good one. But these might be a little bit too much of a gamble because if you're talking about Sprite, Kostra, and Labyrinth as the best decks, maybe, but other decks as well, then you're not talking about big end boards. You're talking about very like minimal end boards that Kaijus are like a good 1-for-1 interaction against them. Dark Hole is just going to be decent, I think. I don't think it's like a very good thing to play. In general, there are other good options. And Dark Ruler No More might be like a very good board breaker. Like, not very strong, but just like top good. I think if you're talking about Runic, Kostra, it hits them really, really well because they end on negates and like Sprite end board pieces are like, you pretty much, you leave them with the Runic engine, but at least you don't have to deal with the field, which is also like 3 interruptions there. I think Dark Ruler No More is going to be definitely strong. And I'm kind of betting on Forbidden Droplet maybe making a comeback. With things like Kostra kind of out of the loop, this might come back. I want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments on this, but I have a feeling that, Droplet might make a comeback. If you have like still end board pieces that lose to it, and Kostra is not a big popular part of this format, like really high representation, why shouldn't this be good again? Let me know what you guys think. I told this to chat or like in one of my videos that when they semi-limited Lightning Storm, it just kind of made me want to play Lightning Storm. But this card is going to be very good this format. They knew this card is going to be very strong. I think this is one of the best board breakers in this format. Non-mainable, but in the side versus almost every deck, this is going to be extremely powerful. I think like mass removal in a very versatile form can be really good this format, like very, very strong. So I think Lightning Storm is definitely up there. Alongside with Talent, always an extremely good card. This card is just incredible. I don't think I need to tell you this much. But we'll see. I think Talent is just like so versatile that, again, it can take a good end board piece. It can look at the hand. It can just do everything. Not much to say about this card, honestly. Just incredible. Ultimate Slayer, I kind of want this card to come back as well. This card is absolutely insane. And you can get some cool interactions with this. Now you have like Melong, the new Synchro Dragon that can bounce. You always have good cards to send, like, the Aggregator for Xyz. You have Bucephalus to draw a card and like bounce a card. This cannot be responded to. It makes end boards a little bit more trivial. I think this could see some resurgence. Maybe it's like a good, decent option for this format. Evenly matched, probably here. Extremely good against everything, especially Runic. Just kills most good decks right now. It just trivializes it. So unless they play Ibli, they get this. Pankratops, I think it's an extremely good card. Honestly, the fact that it's at 1, it's kind of like, meh. But when you have that 1 slot in the side deck, I think Pankratops is it. Just like a good trade with like Floodgates. Again, if they end on a Rise Heart, you special summon this card, you chain it, it doesn't have to go to the graveyard. That's it. Like that's the end board basically. So it's just like a very good 1-for-1 trade. I absolutely love this card. Even in Branded, I play this. Fenrir as a board breaker, it's gonna be like decent. I don't want to talk about this too much. I mean, as an engine in might be like, yeah, just decent. I think in terms of things like it's gonna be played in like Vanquish Soul because of the synergy with being Earth, but also like special Fenrir, start my combo, you know, it's a very good interruption. Just putting it on the board. It's just gonna be like mid decent in other decks, but overall, still might see play. This card is a 3, it's incredible. Super Poly, you know, always good. Not necessarily that much targets right now, but again, it's always going to be that very strong removal that your opponent cannot respond to. The right decks can utilize this maybe even better than Kaiju's. I think it's really good. You know, high decent, 1-for-1, just because it's a one-of. I don't think it's going to be like, you know, extremely popular, but, you know, as a one-of, searchable, it's fine. Econ, probably going to be mediocre. It's always a good card, but maybe versus Sprite, it's going to have like some utilities. I don't know. Mind Control, I think also in mediocre. Like specifically, you would probably play Change of Heart over this. Kaiju Slumber, same for Dark Hole, but with Kaijus, maybe Dinos could do some things with it, you know, with Dogoran. But I don't see this like, I don't see this doing really well. Kurikara, I don't know. I think this card is coming down again. I think it's worse than, maybe it's better than a simple Kaiju. If the 1-for-1 trade, even with Kurikara, it's really good. You're going to see this card being played in Vanquish Soul. Maybe Super Poly is around here. You're going to see this card being played because it's a fire, but you don't have these huge boards anymore because of Super Heavy. You might see them with Live Twin Sprite, honestly. You might actually get this for 2. It's a very good card. I think I'm still going to leave it. It's just like incredible. Raigeki, yeah, I guess. Raigeki. Chalice. I'm not going to say unplayable. You might play this in some decks. We'll see. I've been seeing this card pop up a little bit. Just a little bit. No one's going to play Alpha, to be honest. This is Book of Eclipse. Let's talk about the books altogether. Book of Moon is going to be really good. The Eclipses are probably going to be right here. I think Book of Moon is a very good 1-for-1 interaction. I think decks might play it. Vanquish Soul has this card as an engine in, I don't remember the name, Dust Devil, I think. That is just basically sort of like a Book of Eclipse, to be honest, depending on how many monsters you change on your side of the field. Might see some play. Really good going first card against a lot of decks. So I think this is going to probably look somewhere like this. No one's going to play this. Thrust might be decent or like very like good in some situations. We'll see how it evolves. But again, if these two cards are very strong in Lightning Storm and Evenly, maybe people are going to play Thrust. I've been playing Thrust and Branded to get Fusion Duplication. And, you know, I've been siding in one of each. See these with Thrust, search it. It's kind of good. Herald, high mediocre probably, maybe is a searchable target. Maybe if Pearly is still a thing, then maybe. Hatronade, no one's going to play this. Duster, you know, it's just an incredible card. There's no, like, this is probably like an S tier card, to be honest, but you know, it's Duster. It's incredibly good. Santa Claus specifically, I think it's probably going to be like bottom good. I don't think a lot of people are going to play this right now. Might be better to just play Kaijus that fit your strategy. If you are on an Xyz deck, this might be good to summon in defense. Maybe Pearly is going to still play this a little bit, but it's going to be a little bit less effective. And then Xyz Encore, it's not an unplayable card. I just don't think people will play it. It's still going to be good against some decks. I just don't think people are going to actually spend the time to side this in when Kashira and Pearly have been taken down a power level. This is going to be the list for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I think this looks pretty good. Very balanced in the middle. I think Evenly and Lightning Storm are just going to be incredible this format. Some Kaiju's Dark Ruler. This is going to be really, really cool. Leave a comment below. Leave a like on the video. Check out the hand trap guide as well. See you in the next one. Peace.